Prop firms are a scam, and for many new traders, these challenge-based prop firms appear to be this kind of exciting gateway to big capital and financial freedom. You've seen them popping up everywhere, and on the surface, they look like they're a helping hand to help get you explode your trading into dreamland. But beneath the glossy marketing and viral TikTok testimonials lies a deeply flawed and often exploitative model which I've spent the last year investigating. Now, before I share this with you, I want you to know that I have no agenda here other than to tell you the truth. This channel is and has always been about the truth, and it's not like I'm benefiting in any way, shape or form by doing this video and exploiting these challenges. It makes no difference to me other than I can sleep at night knowing that I've hopefully helped steer someone away from losing their money in their pursuit of building wealth. So let's talk about the truth behind these models and my discoveries over the last year. Firstly, traditional proprietary trading firms is a firm that starts usually by a trader or a couple of traders, and they throw some money into the firm or they raise some cash, and then they use their skills to trade the money, and then they split the profits. But ultimately, they grow the business capital to then onboard great traders, and then the model continues. That is a real prop firm. Their only incentive is to find the best traders because they're handing over their own money for them to trade and hopefully make a return. So it's in their best interest to ensure that they find and nurture and support any traders in their firm so that they can all grow together. Now, most modern prop firms, which aren't prop firms, they're disguised as prop firms, usually offer this two-step challenge to access funding. You pay a fee up front, you trade under very, very tight restrictions, and if you pass, you're funded. That seems legit. If I'm going to trade someone's money, I guess it's necessary to have a test before they trust me, right? Okay, well, firstly, these challenges are normally also time-based. And one of the biggest red flags in modern prop firm challenges is the requirement to hit a specific profit target, often 8% to 10%, within a limited time frame such as 30 days or 60 days. This isn't just unrealistic, it's fundamentally opposed to how professional trading works. And this proves that the firm is not in your corner. Think about it. Real trading success is process driven, not outcome driven. Market conditions vary constantly. Some months are full of opportunity and others are very slow and require lots of patience. No real trading firm or real proprietary trading firm would expect consistent returns in short windows. That's gambling, not trading. So by forcing traders to make a specific amount of money in a short time, what they do is they encourage over trading, and that usually provokes reckless risk management. It filters out disciplined long-term thinkers, which make great traders, and it sets traders up to fail, just so the firm can sell more challenges. So if the owners of the company truly wanted good traders, they'd be doing the opposite of that, looking for consistency over months, not days. They'd be focusing on risk management and not fast profits. They'd be offering support and not pressure. So this time-based model exposes the truth. They don't care about finding great traders, they care about collecting your challenge fee. But since I've been doing some more digging on these firms, I've made some horrific discoveries that are causing serious problems for new traders all over the world. The first one is payout resistance and delays. Even for traders who pass the challenge and perform well, getting paid is often a battle. Prop firms have been known to delay or reduce payouts using these kind of vague terms and conditions. They've been known to cancel accounts over these minor rule variations, and they also create new restrictions just before payout windows. And that keeps the profits in their pocket, not yours. Number two, which we found, is there's rule changes mid-challenge. So firms often change the rules halfway through or after a challenge period, and then maximum drawdowns are tightened and things like that. The time limits are shortened. New metrics like consistency rules are added. right? And these significantly make it harder for traders to qualify. And guess what? Even easier for the firm to avoid paying out. And number 3, the business model is flawed by design, right? The truth is, these companies make most of their money from failed challenge fees, not profits, not trading profits. Let that sink in. They profit when you lose or break a rule. This is the opposite to real proprietary trading, where firms win only when their traders win. In these challenges, failure is built into the model. Now, 4 is a big one, and that is regulation. Regulation is either absent or corrupted. Even when regulators are involved, their objectives often don't align with the trader's protection. Many of these prop firms operate unregulated. They use offshore legal loopholes, and I want to explain a couple of these which I've found. The first one is registering in lightly regulated jurisdictions. So these firms base themselves in places like St. Vincent or the Grenadines or Seychelles or Marshall Islands or Belize. And locations like these don't require proof of financial solvency. They don't enforce client funds segregation, and they have minimal regulatory enforcement. So when you complain or a trader complains, there's no real authority to hold the firm accountable. The second loophole is that they operate through tech providers. So some of these firms, they set up a separate legal entity and call itself a technology provider, which isn't subject to financial regulations. For example, ABC Prop Firm Limited is just a front, and all contracts are actually with ABC Technologies LLC, right? An unregulated offshore company. So when traders sign up, they're not trading real money, and the firm avoids the regulation because it's just a simulation. Another one is fake regulation claims. Some firms pretend to be regulated by showing these fake certificates or non-existent fake regulators. Some of them use payment processors in regulated countries while the firm itself is offshore. So it gives the illusion of safety when in reality, no one is really watching, except me. Speaking of regulators, they also usually work with regulators who have conflicting interests. So let me tell you what I found here. Even legitimate regulators can have incentives that don't align with protecting traders because, one, funding from the firms themselves, right? So in many cases, regulators are funded in part by the firms they regulate, especially through like licensing fees or fines or monitoring contracts. So the more that the firms stay active, even the shady ones, the more the regulators receive, the more income they receive. 2, overwhelm by volume. So regulators often face thousands of complaints, especially from retail traders. And because they've got limited resources and limited staff, as a result, they prioritize the larger financial institutions. So they don't aggressively pursue offshore cases, which are popping up all over the place like breeding rabbits. So this makes them very ineffective at protecting small retail traders, even if they wanted to. And then finally, political or corporate ties. Some regulatory bodies are pressured by local governments that want to attract offshore businesses, or they're pressured by larger financial firms that benefit from weak enforcement. So even when fraud is clear, regulators are usually discouraged from acting swiftly or decisively. So as you can imagine, this all leaves traders with no protection when things go wrong. You don't have a leg to stand on, you just get stiffed. See, these firms, they build an illusion of legitimacy whilst using offshore structures, unregulated entities, regulators with no teeth, and in the end, it's you, the trader, who's left with no protection and usually no payout. They're constantly changing the rules to make it harder for you to get any further than paying them the join-in fee. That is their motivation. So just as some final thoughts on this, the saddest thing in all of this is that it's destroying good traders. Traders go through this process and they give up for good because they get burnt thinking that this is what trading is, and it isn't. And then they give up on the thing that they were passionate about and had a really good feeling about because it now makes them have a negative feeling towards it instead. So if you're new to trading, here's the truth. Most traders never get paid by prop firms. These prop firms are designed to make you fail the challenge. The money is in your fees, not your talent, and you have no legal leverage if you're scammed. You know, you're not trading real money. So most prop firms use simulated trading environments, demo accounts with virtual capital, which means you're not under any regulated trading agreement. You have no official client relationship with a real broker. And since you're not handling real money, financial regulators don't intervene. So instead of chasing funding with $100 challenge or $1,000 challenge, right? Focus on learning real skills. Real skills, managing risk, building long-term profitable strategies and systems, and prove to yourself that you can generate consistent returns, and then you'll have no problem attracting money. It will be everywhere, trust me. I have plenty of resources on this channel where you can learn more about this. You don't even need to pay. I'll put some videos here and in the description. Oh, and I do have an ask of you. I need your help to spread the word on this, right? We need to protect new traders from these traps. So share this with anyone thinking about doing a prop firm challenge, and let's just shine the light on the truth. And very lastly, if you have had a good experience with a prop firm, let me know in the comments. And if you've had a bad experience, let me know in the comments as well, right? Let us use this video as a beacon, like the forum of truth regarding these prop firms, so we can actually help this amazing community and do well and live well and have the success that we want. Until next time, thanks for watching, and I'll see you then.